I have to conclude that throughout all this buildup, the discussion on religion, the debate, the challenges, the life or death situation...
Get to the point!
I think that the ending is... Heretic is the latest horror movie by A24. It's about two missionary sisters who step inside a strange man's house to discuss religion and find themselves trapped inside this endless game of cat and mouse.
Unfortunately, I was not able to watch this one because I had other plans.
Meaning you're reliant on me for this one, so
Oof.
I apologize in advance.
Sorry.
Hugh Grant is a natural. On the surface, he appeared kind and trustworthy, while underneath, he appeared deceptive and demented. The two sisters were also very realistic, as the two characters integrated very well. Sister Paxton grew up in religion her whole life and was very passionate about her beliefs, while Sister Barnes has adopted religion and is still out there trying to seek the truth. This movie heavily focuses on the discussion of religion. It's at times a debate, but it's more focused on an educated conversation between Mr. Reed and the two sisters.
So trigger warning, if you have any sort of trauma relating to religion, might not be for you.
On a surface level, that sounds like a boring movie to me. I don't want to sit there listening to just people talk about religion the whole time.
Yeah, it seems a little preachy.
But the way that they just build the tension just really kept my interest the entire time. And it later turns from discussion to reality. The two sisters get challenged by Mr. Reed. They get put in possible life or death scenarios where a single wrong choice could lead to them being trapped forever. But should they make a right decision, they could find themselves not only free, but also with the knowledge that Mr. Reed claims is the one true religion.
So then what's the truth?
Hey, you're getting into spoilers. First, I need to let you know if it's worth your time to go to theaters.
Dramatic drama.
So Andy, is Heretic a no or a go?
My answer is no, it is not worth your time to go to theaters.
Part of our job is to save you time and money.
And I don't think there's anything visually or audibly compelling enough in this movie to justify the cost of a movie ticket.
Bummer.
However,
Spoiler section! Like and subscribe so you can come back after watching the movie.
and if you choose to stick around, I'll let you know my thoughts on the ending. I don't think you can talk about this movie without discussing the many analogies they use throughout the entire movie.
Really?
Really. I really liked the analogies in this movie. I thought they did a great job of explaining their point and getting it across to the audience with each different analogy that they used.
Okay, come on, guy. What are some examples?
What is the best fast food restaurant in the world?
Religion.
Name a fast food restaurant.
Oh, doesn't that tie in? Oh no, that was our other one.
Just name a fast food restaurant.
Fast food restaurant. Freddy Fazbear's.
Just literally a real one, any of them at all.
McDonald's.
Wrong! It's Wendy's. Everyone knows it.
Oh, I almost said Wendy's.
No soup for you. The analogy of the fast food relates to religion because there's different fast food chains and different opinions, but what is the number one best fast food? That's what Mr. Reed is trying to seek with religion. There's so many religions. What is the one true religion?
Wendy's.
The other analogies in this movie are the Monopoly analogy, the music analogy, and they really hit the point of everything is an iteration of something else. And that drives into Mr. Reed's final part where he talks about how there were like 25 pre-existing religions that mimic exactly what Christianity does today. So is Christianity an iteration? And that leads me into my criticisms for this movie. They spent the entire first half of this movie with nothing but discussion. And as I mentioned previously, it kept my interest, but I don't think they needed to do this many analogies to get their point across. It started to feel too redundant. I thought one analogy would have been more than fine, and you could use the other 75% of the movie to actually visually demonstrate what was going on and actually create more tension in the second half. It's the length of the first half that I think diminished the second half too much. It didn't allow enough time for the second half to build enough tension and create any sort of interest for me.
That's pretty interesting, because normally movies seem to have the opposite problem, where the beginning is a little bit more lackluster, and then the end has all the action shots and things that keep your interest.
Don't get me wrong, there is more action in the second half, but they just didn't hold tension. Also, you might be surprised by this, but going into this movie, based on the trailer, I thought there was going to be like a labyrinth, there were going to be puzzles, there were going to be decisions they had to make to get to the next level or something like that.
Like Saw.
But there was no labyrinth, there weren't really any puzzles at all besides like one puzzle, which was the door puzzle. Do you believe or do you not believe? But even then, you find out later that both doors lead to the same room, which I think means it doesn't matter if you believe or you don't believe, because at the end of the day, we're gonna die. And we're gonna go somewhere, and we're all gonna go to the same place.
Wendy's.
And that leads me to my final point. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the butterfly.
So, Andy, was the ending actually real?
Towards the beginning of the movie, they get onto this topic of what animal would you come back reincarnated as? Sister Paxton chose a butterfly and specifically said that she would land on people's fingertips so that they knew that was her. Well, at the end of the movie, we see Sister Paxton escape, trampling through the snow, and catch a butterfly on her fingertip. Then the camera shifts and shifts back, and the butterfly was gone.
Poof.
Which is kind of like Inception, where they make you wonder at the end of the movie, was it real? I have to conclude that throughout all this buildup, the discussion on religion, the debate, the challenges, the life or death situation...
Get to the point!
I think that the ending is...
Either way, I still get hard.
Why are you both dreaming of you right now? I think... So, I also realized I didn't point out any other movies in here at all. I just realized.
Some men just want to watch the world burn, Mr. Wayne.
Okay, here.